Hey guys, this is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my daily fantasy picks for NBA Friday, March 2nd. My favorite tool is the Position Optimizer, so let's take a look at our options for each position for today. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss the new videos. Okay guys, let's take a look at the point guards. We have a big 10-game slate today on this NBA Friday. So Russell Westbrook has a killer matchup against a terrible defense in the Suns, and Westbrook scored 57 fantasy points last game. But that line is a little deceiving because the game went into overtime, and in that game, Westbrook was fumbling the ball all over the place, breaking shots, and looking real bad. Of course, he goes on to win the game in overtime, but anyways, at $11,900 salary, I'm not trying to pay up for Russell Westbrook today, especially because of the blowout potential facing a tanking Suns team. I like Kemba Walker versus Philly coming off a tough back-to-back game against the Cavs. Kemba's been hot the past couple of games, scored 31 and 44 fantasy points at only $7,800 salary. He should hit value with 35 plus fantasy points and should get his full usage in a fast-paced competitive game. Oh, so one quick thing before I continue with the picks. If you want to enter into our daily drawing to win free daily fantasy tools for life, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the daily drawing. Winner will be posted in the comments. It only takes a second to enter, and you have a great chance of winning. Okay, back to the picks. If you need to go cheap at point guard, have a look at Milos Teodosic. Only $4,300 salary, has a great matchup versus the Knicks, and scored around 25 fantasy points the past 2 games in about 25 minutes, with a pretty nice usage rate of 20% when he's on the floor. Milos should give you great value, so give him a look if you're running low on salary. Okay, moving on to shooting guards. Top of the list, we have Devin Booker, who's been red hot, scoring 50, 63, and 47 fantasy points in his last 3 games. Devin's high this season is 91 fantasy points, so a crazy high ceiling. He's looking to stuff his stats even though the Suns don't care about winning games. Devin at least gives them the appearance they're trying. Look at his usage rate, 38%, 34%, 37%, pretty much force-feeding Booker, and unless he has an off night, expect another 45 plus fantasy points at only $8,800 salary, well worth the risk. If you want to go cheap at shooting guard, Wesley Matthews from Dallas has a killer matchup versus the Chicago Bulls. Pace of this game may be a little slow, but for only $4,900 salary, Matthews is playing heavy minutes and can easily get you 25 to 30 fantasy points today. Next up, we have the small forward position. Today, I like Paul George. Of course, a great matchup versus the Suns. PG has been the bright spot for OKC the past couple of games, throwing down 42 and 41 fantasy points with a 27 to 28% usage rate. He's a consistent scorer, rarely having a game under 40 fantasy points this year. Only thing to worry about is the blowout against the Suns. But like I said, they have Devin Booker to keep things close enough. He should get plenty of playing time. If you want to go cheap at small forward, take a look at Andre Iguodala. Playing great the past few games. He scored 37 fantasy points in 29 minutes, which is more than he normally plays. At only $4,300 salary, he only needs around 20 to 25 points to get you a decent value. Atlanta Hawks are the worst in the league defending small forward, so if you need to save on some salary for another position, he's probably worth a shot. Definitely don't force him into all your lineups. He's a risky play, having his share of really bad games this year. Okay, now for a look at the power forwards playing tonight. Believe it or not, I like Blake Griffin, playing a terrible Orlando Magic defense. Griffin has been struggling, so his salary is super low for his talent level. Only $7,400, he should play around 30 minutes this game. Look for Blake to have a breakout game and score over 40 fantasy points. I just have a feeling about him finally putting up some big numbers with such a good matchup. So if you want to go cheap at power forward, we go all the way down to a guy who I think is priced way too low at only $4,400 salary, Frank Kaminsky. Not a great matchup versus Philly defenders, but Frank is a skilled player. With minutes right around 25 per game, his season high is 47, so you can get great value from him today. With a 23% usage rate last game, I think he's worth the risk. Okay, moving along to the center position. So Andre Drummond is the stud here, and he will probably have a great game, but today I'm looking at Marc Gasol, who's been just about the only good thing Memphis has going for the team right now. Gasol has scored 53 and 43 points in the past 2 games. At only $8,500 salary, the ball should find Gasol almost every possession. 32% usage rate last game, I think Gasol keeps it rolling in a battle versus Denver Nuggets tonight. If you need to go cheap at center, have a look at Jakob Poeltl, playing in a fast-paced game against the Wizards. 44 fantasy points last game in 28 minutes. At only $4,900 salary, he could be worth a play to see if he can keep it rolling. Usage rate isn't great, only 15% on average, but you'll only need around 25 fantasy points for him to hit value, so the upside on him is pretty interesting. We'll just have to see how it goes tonight. For a limited time, you can try all these daily fantasy tools right now by clicking the link in the description below this video. Before you go, I just want to show you a really cool feature of Draft Dashboard. Once you pick the players you want to play for the day, you can load the lineup optimizer and it will generate a DFS lineup using all the players you just picked. Draft Dashboard has a ton of daily fantasy tools and features to help you pick the best players and make winning daily fantasy lineups. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching and good luck in your games.